Hey, you. Yeah, you. Remember way back last June when I released all those videos about hardcore mode being impossible to beat and how the TDS devs needed to change it because it wasn't fair? Well, they did. In fact, they made it so fair that you only need 2 people to beat it. Oh my god, now I'm getting flashbacks to Humble Child. Below, please do not buff hardcore mode. And that's where I'm gonna start this video. What's going on, cat people? Harry here with 2 cats to give y'all a 6 strategy developed by the master strategy developers, Mr. Eggrypted and Mr. Megalodon. All credit for this video goes to them for figuring out how to do this. I'm gonna link their original videos down in the description, so you can go ahead and go over to their channels and smash that subscribe button with your forehead, because the fact is, they both make amazing TDS content. I also have to give credit to my main man, Charrky, who made my Night 4 strategy for the Solar Eclipse event. He took the time to watch their videos and write down an absolutely incredible strategy guide that's so easy to use that we almost won the very first time we tried it. We ended up dying to souls on the final wave, but I'm going to talk more about that later. So just to reiterate one more time, this video was made possible by Egg, Meg, and Charrky. Let's give them a round of applause. As of the entity update, hardcore mode is now beatable by both 2 and 3 players. Still haven't seen anyone solo it, Egg. Waiting on that video. I've seen at least 5 strategies floating around that'll help you beat it as a trio. So sometime this week, I'm going to be releasing a video where I review the top 5 strategies to beat hardcore, and I'm going to let you know which one I think is the best. Okay, this entire video is just mainly to showcase the fact that you can beat hardcore as a duo and to get you the strategy document. So I linked that down in the description below. First, I'm going to give you some pointers on what we did during our game that helped us win, and I'm also going to let you know some of the mistakes we made so you can avoid them. The first thing I have to acknowledge up front is that for this strategy to work, player 1 has to have some special towers, namely the Executioner, the Accelerator, and the Golden Minigunner. And player 2 is also going to have a good tower, the Accelerator. So right there, you know that this is not a strategy for grinding gems. But if for some reason you did already grind enough gems to get the Accelerator, but you still haven't beat hardcore even one time, and you have a friend that has the Executioner, the Accelerator, and the Golden Minigunner, then I think this is your best strat to use to win because it's so easy. Alright, now I'm going to talk about the tower placements. In my opinion, the hardest part of any hardcore strategy is getting past the early waves, and since this first group of towers here is going to carry you throughout at least half the game, try to place them about where we place ours. You don't have to be super exact here, but of course you do have to allow for trial and error. If you end up dying during early game because your Accelerator couldn't reach all the way around this area here, go ahead and move it a little closer to the path so that on your next try it covers more area. Either way, I think you're going to find that these placements right here are perfect. Now let's talk about the placements for the Rangers. The main thing here is that you leave room in this area for the medics, and you also try and place ground towers near the cliffs before the Rangers go down, because once you put the Rangers above those areas, you can't use them anymore. In this shot, you can see that Charrky placed some golden minis here before I placed my Rangers above, and even over here, he placed an Accelerator before I put my Rangers above it. I even went ahead and placed an Accel there because I knew that having Accelerators in this area was going to be crucial for the final wave. Now go ahead and check this out. The first Rangers that I placed, I put them on this hill here, and I put them kind of in the middle just so they wouldn't take away any of the ground placement spots around the hill. Unfortunately, this meant that I could only fit 2 Rangers there, but that wasn't a big deal since there was plenty of room to fit the other 8 on the other hill. Alright, now let's go ahead and talk about the Accelerator and the Golden Minigunner placements. As I said earlier, we lost our first game because we had too many minigunners and accelerators up on this front area here. This allowed a group of souls to get past our defenses in the back and kill us. So what we changed for our second game was that we made sure to fit as many accelerators as we could into the middle of this area here. We also made sure to place a bunch of golden minigunners on the back side, which ended up working out great to kill those souls. I also want to point out that I placed 5 accelerators up here in the front, and those towers at max level with the DJ range boost gave them insane range on this map, which I do want to pause for a second and say that I think one of the main reasons hardcore is so much easier now is because of the layout of this map. You'll see in this video that those accelerators attack for basically the entire path, which allows them to do a crazy amount of damage. And this right here is pretty much what you want your army to look like on wave 50. All of the high damage towers are being buffed by both the DJ and the commander, and they can all attack for a really long time because of this map's design. Alright, and I also want to let y'all know that you need a row of executioners here to help kill the souls that the Void Reavers spawn. When the souls spawn, they're all bunched up in a group, which is perfect for the executioners. They're able to shred just any group of enemies that gets too close together. And that's really all I have to say about the placements. A few additional notes are, if you're player 2, leave one farm up here in this area. That's going to attract the attention of the stupid enemies that like to stun. You'll see in this game that both Void Reavers try to stun that farm as well as the Vindicators, which is pretty funny. Now, I was player 2 in this game, and I recommend maxing all of your accelerators before you max your Rangers because I think it's going to make you more money. During our first game, I was not able to upgrade all of my towers to max level before the final wave started, but in our second game, I did easily. I think that was because I focused on maxing the excels, which allowed them to end up killing more enemies, which gave me more money, since you don't get money in this game mode unless you kill enemies because there's no cash sharing. Now, if you're player 1, you need to always have a medic to clear the Void Reaver stuns. This means you might have to place an extra max level medic and use its ability if your other medics are on cooldown. And the medic is one of the key parts of this strategy. You really cannot undervalue it here. She's the star of the show because now that she's immune to stun, she can clear the stun from the other towers immediately, making the stun almost completely ineffective. One thing that Charrky wanted me to note specifically was that when a Void Reaver slams its sword down, that you should use the medic ability right away because that's when the souls come. And if your towers are stunned for too long, they're gonna zoom right past you like Sonic. Now, of course, you want to rotate your accelerators to the back once the second Void Reaver gets outside their range, but honestly, we killed him so fast, it may not be necessary. Now, the last thing I want to tell y'all is that if you try this strategy and lose, don't get discouraged. This goes for all of the trio strats. I'm over level 400 in TDS, and I play with pros all the time, and we still die while trying these strats out. You really just have to keep trying and learn the best placements and timings for your towers, as well as what to expect from the enemies on the different waves in order to win. So whatever you do, don't give up. Keep trying. You're gonna get better with every try, I promise. Just yesterday when I was testing a trio strategy, we died 5 times before wave 20 because we had to keep adjusting our placements, and that's okay. You're not gonna beat this on your first try. You just need to find a couple of people that you can play with for a few hours, and I know you'll be able to figure out how to win. All right, now go ahead and sit back, relax, and grab the craziest cat you can find and enjoy this video.
Get